I'm Sarah Fergani with KENS 5 News Now. Lawmakers are telling Americans to stay calm after a vague warning of, quote, a serious national security threat came from the House Intelligence Committee chairman. Turns out, according to multiple sources, the threat relates to Russia's space capabilities, specifically a nuclear anti-satellite system. But according to 3 U.S. officials, that system is not yet orbital. For now, lawmakers are saying this should serve as a wake-up call.
People were calling in and asking should they rush for cover somewhere of that nature. There's no need for anyone to panic.
I'm sorry that maybe the wording of the tweet or something led people to believe that this was a dramatic thing that needed immediate attention. It's not.
Chairman Mike Turner says he wants President Biden to declassify the materials related to that warning. A court hearing is scheduled today for the man accused of killing his baby girl, shooting his ex-wife, and stabbing his other daughter. Stephen Clare allegedly attacked his family in April of last year. A grand jury indicted him in June. Now he's facing capital murder, attempted capital murder, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charges. And if convicted, the 50-year-old could end up with the possibility of the death penalty. However, the Bexar County District Attorney has not yet decided if his office will pursue it. Another vacant home fire sparks concern as the city of San Antonio works to extinguish the problem of vacant buildings. This huge fire Wednesday night at an abandoned home off Briggs Avenue destroyed the place. Neighbors say trespassers were known to camp out on the property, and this example is why city officials have expanded the vacant building program. They're hoping to address root causes of home vacancies, improve public safety, and ensure the properties are kept in good condition.
Property has to look like it could be occupied. A lot of times vacant properties can detract from property values of those around them if they are substandard or create a nuisance in some way.
A map on the city's website shows the neighborhoods that fall under the program, including houses within a half a mile of military bases, historic districts, and conservation districts. Also, as of last month, rules expanded to homes within 1,000 feet of schools and state-licensed daycares. A local business owner is begging for the person who stole his snake to return it. Mario Puente says his 2-year-old daughter loves that snake, and he shared this surveillance video taken at his business, MP Repairs. He told us last week this man broke the door lock, then walked in and stole parts, and then grabbed his non-venomous ball python from the tank. Puente believes the thief came into his store the day before.
Kind of worried that he might have gotten spooked or something, maybe let the snake go or something, and I hope that's not the case, but I'm just asking for that snake to be returned. Leave it in the box at the front of the store overnight or something.
Puente says he filed a report with San Antonio police. A new bill would require Texas's grid operator to connect to the federal power grid. Democratic U.S. Representative Greg Casar of Austin and San Antonio is co-sponsoring the Connect the Grid Act. He says it would allow Texas to draw power from other states when needed and sell power when there's a surplus. However, energy expert Ed Hers believes the key to stabilizing the grid is to change how ERCOT operates its market.
We have to find a way to give incentives for the legacy power plants, the nuclear, the coal, the natural gas plants to be available, even if just only in reserve, while the grid transitions more and more to solar and wind.
ERCOT is not responding to the proposed legislation because it has not been filed yet. A class action lawsuit is targeting Match Group. That's the parent company of several dating apps like Tinder and Hinge. In that lawsuit, plaintiffs allege that platforms have intentionally addictive designs that lock users into paying for game-like features instead of helping them find a match. The company responded in a statement to Reuters saying the lawsuit is, quote, ridiculous and has zero merit. Federal regulators investigating the reason behind drug shortages. They plan to look at drug purchasing and wholesale companies to see if they're disrupting the supply chain. The Federal Trade Commission and the Department of Health and Human Services are now launching an inquiry. The agencies are already teaming up with the Justice Department to see how corporate control of health care affects patients. And that there was a member of East Central High School's Electrathon team rounding the track. The team made up of students builds and races the electric cars, and just this last time, they were able to hit 40 miles an hour. They've been racing since 2017 and say this is what learning the industry from the ground up takes: hands-on experience and teamwork. And that's KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Fugani.